Welcome to the Carriker Chronicles, the People Show. Check the pulse of Husker Nation, brought to you by Nebraska Spine Hospital. No, your camera does not deceive you. I have a Steamboat Colorado shirt on where it is absolutely gorgeous, yet that state plays horrifically horrible football. I have a special guest with me today. It is Nebraska running back Rahmir Johnson. How you doing, my friend?
Doing good. Can't complain. How about yourself?
Oh, I can't complain either, man. I want to thank you for joining me. So real quick, Scott Frost answered some questions about yourself today during the press conference, and he talked about how they've been waiting for someone to step up at that running back position and even coming into fall camp. He mentioned that he was trying to get you to go full speed all the time, and you were actually fifth on the depth chart, probably somewhere in that range, he said, coming into fall camp. How have you been able to make that jump and have a bit of a breakout game versus the Michigan Wolverines this past Saturday?
Right, yeah. I mean, for me, it was just a mindset change thing. You know, I knew where I was at on the depth chart and et cetera. So I just knew I had to just, you know, do what they needed me to do and just keep my head down and just keep working. And the good things going to come out of it.
So I'm curious, because I'll never forget my rookie year with the Rams. I didn't come off the field very much at all, so I don't want to say I conserved energy, but I knew I wasn't going to get no rest, so if a play was on the other side of the field, I wouldn't run 100% over there all the freaking time, especially back when you could do two-a-days. And there was this play when I ran full out and I chased the receiver down from behind. I had the angle on him. And I'll never forget, Leroy Glover, 14-year vet, looks at me and he goes, "You put it on film. Now we know you can do it. You better do it every time." And I was like, God damn it. So talk to me. Okay, and I wasn't a guy that conserved energy. That was not me, anybody who watched me play. But in that camp, they were killing me because I was the rookie. And so anyways, talk to me about that mindset of going full speed every play and leaving it all out on the field. Because for some fans, that might be a little bit tricky. Like, why is that so hard to do? So talk to me about that mental process with yourself.
Right, yeah. I mean, you know, they recruited me to be fast, you know what I'm saying? So I knew what I needed to do. I mean, you know, I'm there to be fast and, you know, and be a good football player. So for me, it was just about, you know, if that's what they want, then that's what they're going to have. And I just, you know, kind of got older, kind of accustomed to like, okay, you know, I just need to, you know, run this speed every day. And it really wasn't that, you know, big of a deal. It didn't like waste any energy or anything like that. It was just about just being who I am and stuff like that. So honestly, it just came down to just knowing like who I am and being who I am and doing what I need to do when the task was at hand.
Talk to me about the Michigan game, because the first half, it was 13-0. Then the third quarter, you guys kind of exploded, 22 points, and then you were able to put up a decent amount of points on a pretty stout Michigan defense. What was the difference in the second half as far as being able to have more success offensively and yourself specifically getting some of those big plays? I mean, you had over 105 receiving yards, and you were the leading rusher in the game as well. So talk to me about the difference in that third quarter and that second half.
Yeah, so I mean, coming in after halftime, we knew we had to just like, you know, get going and you know, just get the game pushing. You know, defense holding it down to a certain extent, and we just knew as an offense we just had to click. And as myself, I'm like, you know, wasn't getting no you know, rushing game going. So I was just trying to find the next possible thing I can do to, you know, spark some light in the offense. So, you know, Adrian throwing me the ball, I was just trying to make any plays possible. So I was just going down the line of what's the next best thing I can do, and then went from there. So we just needed a spark. That was pretty much the mindset going into halftime.
This might be kind of an unusual question, but you had a bunch of receiving yards, a bunch of rushing yards. Does it matter to you, or do you have a preference? Like maybe it's 51-49, one way or the other. Catching the ball out of the backfield, okay, and making a play, or getting the ball in a handoff and making a play? What's more exciting to you?
I mean, for me personally, it really don't matter. You know, as long as I'm making a play, you know, for the team, that's all that matters to me. So there's no like if I get the ball or do I catch the ball. I mean, so yeah, for me, it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what, you know, side of the ball.
I got you. How about this? Would you rather run by somebody or run somebody over? These are just fun questions here. Would you rather run by somebody or run somebody over?
I mean, being fast, I like running by somebody, but, you know, always being called like the small back or the speed guy, you know, I wouldn't mind running somebody over too, to be honest with you. So I try to go for those times here and there if I can, knowing that I'm the small guy.
Talk to me about this Minnesota game. I know you guys had a practice today. Frost mentioned he took the pads off on a Monday, which he doesn't normally do. But talk to me about what you see from this Minnesota team. They're coming off a bye week, and what you see from that Minnesota defense.
Yeah, I mean, they're a very good team. You know, they're always ready ready to play, and they're gonna be there by the time we get there. So I think we have a good game plan going against them. You know, we just gotta trust the process and stick to our rules and hone in on the details. You know, I think the details is really what we need to focus on these next games coming up, and especially against Minnesota. They beat us the past 2 years. So I mean, we're just gonna trust the process. You know, trust the coaching and focus on the details. They come out with the W this next weekend.
So the offense has played better the past couple of weeks. You put up a decent amount of points on a pretty stout Michigan defense, 48 points up on Northwestern. Actually, the most amount of yards, total yards, a Pat Fitzgerald coached Northwestern team had ever given up. So you guys are starting to play a little bit better here down the stretch. Who are some of the leaders on offense that are emerging and kind of taking the reins when it comes to leading and being the leaders on the offensive side of the ball?
Yeah, you know, definitely Adrian Martinez, you know, Cam Jurgens, Austin Allen, Travis Bocalet, Samori Toure. You know, there's a lot of guys that steps up that get us going. So we look for those guys when, you know, times start to get rough, and they're always there to, like, you know, lift us up at the offense. So those really the leaders for us.
Being a young guy like yourself, what's it like being in the backfield with Adrian? Like, if you get, you know, I don't want to, maybe you get confused or you're like, hey, man, what do I do on this? Or I don't know if that's ever happened, but what's it like having a veteran like that right next to you that can help you out with little things along the way?
Yeah, I mean, it's very helpful. You know, sometimes you might be in the heat in the moment. It's like, oh, man, like what I got. And, you know, someone like Adrian, you know, he's cool, calm, and he would just let you know, like, yeah, man, look, this is what you got. This is what you got to do, and then he'll go on with the next play. So, I mean, it's good playing against alongside Adrian. He's my guy ever since I came to Nebraska. You know, he's my host in my visits and stuff like that. So I had a good relationship with Adrian, and I love playing with him.
What was he like as a host? Because he seems like a great dude, but he seems kind of like a quiet guy. So what was he like as a host on your visit?
No, he was cool. I mean, I'm a quiet guy as well, so I guess it's like, you know, kind of clicked from there on. But he was cool. You know, he was always talking, asking questions, getting to know me and stuff like that. So that was really dope for someone of his stature at the time.
All right, I have a feeling I might know the answer to this, but who's the fastest running back in that room?
I mean, I love my guys in the room, but it's definitely me.
That was a little bit of a loaded question there. All right, man, I appreciate you taking the time to join me. Good luck this weekend against Minnesota.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate that.
All right, until next time, Husker Nation, go big red, and always remember, throw the bones. Thanks again to our sponsor, Nebraska Spine Hospital. Ladies and gentlemen, when it's your spine, you do not want to mess around, and experience matters. That's why you can trust the experts at Nebraska Spine Hospital, the region's only spine-specific hospital. They are the best at what they do.